is, so those would be the back of the card. So let's just run these one more time. And we're going to use like this deco art, the metallic and the champagne gold. What this is going to do is going to pull more of this stuff off the plate, but it's also just going to be a nice light glaze. So the whole concept when I started this idea of glazing, what I found is that it would be a lot of stuff that I liked already on my cards. I just wanted to add another little layer of information, and I didn't like the idea of a whole bunch more paint being put down there. So I just, sort of, and as I've told you guys before, I used to teach at the in the printmaking department at the Corcoran School of Art to fourth year BFA students, and I taught book arts specifically, but I learned a lot about printmaking because most of them were printmakers, and so I had to really kind of up my game on printmaking and really knowing how to use the machines and all the techniques and blah 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 to work with them with book arts, because they were bringing me stuff that had been printed. So when I started working with the Gelli plate, it was natural for me to reach back to those days and remember all the different ways that we worked in printmaking with to create different techniques, different typography, etc. So I have a tendency to use the Gelli plate the way you would for those of you who've done printmaking or worked on printing plate presses, because it's all about the layers. Thin layers of buildup, and you kind of work the same way you do in oils, from light to dark. You can flip it like I did here. Remember, I put the dark down and then put a lighter layer over, because with the Gelli plate, we can pull the layers that are underneath it, and so you can kind of get this reverse bit of information. So that's why we do these light layers. Okay, this is good. See how it's just picking up a little bit more? This is really good. But it's very light, so it's not like over the top. So I'm gonna let these settle. And I could stop here with these and be happy, because then when we go to stamp them and do things like that, but I'm actually going to, I know I'll do more when we get to other aspects of this. But I'm going to move on to our next set of cards. So these four right here really need more information, right? So we're just going to move these all over to the side, and we're going to start on our next bit here, and then let me see, what do I want to use? Might try a little bit of this. Really like this color. It's the red flash. I want to put something in it that's going to make it a little bit more. Let me try the rose metallic, which is this is rose chrome by Martha Stewart. It's a rose chrome. I want to make this a little more less red. I want to make it a little bit more muted and a little glazier. I think I'm going to try putting a little bit of this gray in it as well. This is Home Decor chalk paint. Just a little bit of gray in there. Let's mix it all around. See, so we kind of get this color. Because it's going to pick up the stuff that's underneath there. So we know that. So if I kind of get this mauvey gray tone, that could be pretty cool. Now, let me put this down. And let's just do some. Let's do some of this and get. I wonder what will happen if I put these these down and get circles on here. And just go ahead with these cards going. No rhyme or rhythm, just playing here. This one here. Sometimes I'm just in the mood to come in my studio and just kind of play around. That's how I make new discoveries, and yet at the same time we're getting work done. And this Gellidex is a perfect project just to be able to play and discover what your color combinations are, what your your techniques are, just new ways to go about working on the Gelli plate, because we have all these other things that we can do on it. We know that we're stamping on them with rubber stamps. We're also collaging. So when there's pieces of it that you don't like, you want to change up on, it's not a problem. Okay, my plate is not happy with, I'm not getting these first pulls like I'm hoping for. I got a little bit here. See, I got a little bit of that color there, which the color is working well with this palette, but it needs to be picking up. See that? I know it's just because I'm not using enough, but I have a tendency to err on the side of not too much, because I'm going to have a great pattern left behind there. So what I'm going to do is use my quinacridone, Ozo Gold. Just here it is, a thin layer. This is going to be fine because it's going to pick up beautifully. And with that little bit of mauvey color, it should be interesting in terms of, picking up this pattern. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these down. These are some of the old ones that I'm still trying to get a little bit of. And then these are our new ones that we still have yet to pick anything up on. I'm so busy making pattern on the plate. So sometimes when I'm making the pattern, because I don't really want it to be very thick, I'm not picking anything up initially, but I'm just going to put these off the edge here. But I'll get a lot more information this time, because I spent time actually, building the plate. So. Okay. I'm going to paint all on the fingers. Really get this to connect with the plate. But in this session already, we're on our second set of 12, just 4 shy. So that's not bad. And these we've already done front and back. Of course, we're going to get some more stuff on here, but we've already got a good amount going here. Okay, there we go. Look at that. And see how that pink tone, let's see, get it to focus. Come on, focus. Oh, come on. Okay, see how that pink undertone is laying there next to that quinacridone Ozo Gold? So it's subtle, but it's really beautiful. And this is my idea of the buildup of old walls. It's just a subtle, buildup of layers and colors over time. Oh, these are so good. So that's why you want to just be patient and go with the thinner layers. This is good. Look at that pattern. The punchella. It's good. Yes. Oh, look at that. That's really good. Okay. This didn't get much over there. It's okay. Put those back over there. Yep. That's good. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, so these are great. So these are finished here. 1, 2, I thought I had another one. Yeah, so these will go over here because these are now finished with the ones that I have been working on. What did I do with them? Oh, here they are right here. Got everything going. So I'm going to put these up here because that's a full set of 12. And now what we're going to do is, I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to put, because I want these all to work well together. So what do I want to tie these together with? So we're going to do a final coat of, let's maybe try the, I want the gold. Let's just go with the orange. And oh, you know what color does well? Is this yellow, the color shift yellow. Believe it or not, it's so bright in this tube, I mean in this container, but it's amazing how you can get color down and it really will let's do it like this. Actually, well, I'll put that one down, but I'm going to do the back sides because I like this orangey pink color, so I'm going to keep it while I decide. You guys, you've seen me use this color before, so this yellow flash. So we're just getting stuff on the back now. While I think about what I want to put on the front. Actually, in part 2 of this, so we're getting ready to stop with this group, and then part 2, which will come up right after this video, is going to be, we're going to work with some of my intuitive scripting on top of these. I'm going to work with some the various inks that I use. Oh yeah, see how it acts as it's a really powerful background color, but see now we're picking up a lot of that other color that's on the plate. That's good, and a lot off. Perfect. I love it when you start picking up the gridding of the cards that's been building up on the plate. Yep, it's good. That was a good move to put this on the back because I didn't want this front to lose that really pretty pink and orange color. Oh, these are good. Okay, I'm loving the backs here. These are, you know, I'm calling it the backs, but you know what I mean. So let's, is this side? Okay, so let's, I want to put some more pink down. What do I want to use? I know what I'm going to do. So let's go back and get that pink again, which I thought really worked well. So that's the red flash. Red flash, and put a little extra down. I'm going to use a stencil, I think. That's the chalk paint in the gray. The gray is Chateau. That's just going to gray it down some. And then a little bit of the Martha Stewart chrome. Okay. So let's put more on the plate this time. So since I'm using a stencil, I want to be able to pick up a little bit more, but I don't want it to be too much. Yikes. This might be too much. Let me wipe some of this off. I don't want it to be too strong. Okay, so let's put down, well, no stencils, and put this down. I'm just going to kind of get this down very quickly so that we pick up pieces of this pattern. Sliding around the stencil. This should work though. So I've got enough down here. Figure out which ones I want, and by that time I figure it out, it's going to be, let's see what we come up with here. Here again, remember, if I don't get anything but the pattern that's going to be underneath here, I'm happy. Although these will actually pick up, this will pick up the, okay, see, we're kind of got a little pattern going. Always just like taking pieces of the pattern. Okay, that's good. That's good. I like the way that went over there. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so we're getting, let's get some more of this. Perfect. Got to kind of push down. This is one of the stencils that I made using the glue gun, and they're kind of thick, so it's not easy just to kind of pull, put down and pull, but it does leave a really good pattern behind. So when you go to pull that second layer, you get a lot of good stuff. Okay, so let's move this, and let me see if I can pick some of this up. This has started to dry, so I know it's not going to be a lot there. But the main thing is for me just to get that pattern established on the plate. Okay, cool. I'm liking this pink color, I can tell you that. Let's just take bits and pieces of some of this color. Yep, that's perfect. So I'm just using it on, see some of the edges that still didn't have color on it, on these cards that I already like the cards, but I didn't want to, I don't want to fully cover what I'm doing there. So I'm just kind of grabbing bits of it. That's working well. Okay, so now let's pull this. So we're going to go back and use, I was thinking about I was going to do this quinacridone Ozo Gold again, but my concern is that let's use the green gold. I kind of pulled more colors out today to just kind of play with some brighter colors, but I want to be careful because I don't want to go too wild and then it doesn't, our cards don't work together. So I can always, you know, knock it back when I go to, with a layer of basically any color. So if things get too bright, we can always, you know, fix that. But let's put these down. Kind of losing track of what side I'm working on here. These are good. Let's see. Let's put a little bit of this down and see what happens. Okay. Just do it like that. You never know what you're going to pick up. Just little bits of stuff. Okay, let's see what we get. So we actually, in the last half an hour, we've got about the bases for 24 cards done. We got about quite a bit of information on them. So now we can go back and do the next layer that will start bringing stuff to the foreground, since we've gotten a good amount of sort of the old wall technique onto the cards. Okay. Okay, just making sure I'm getting some good contact there. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. See that green gold is just underneath those pink tones. It's kind of hard to really see the color. The color is kind of washed out, but you get the idea of what we got there. That's good. Yep. I really do like that green gold from Golden's. It's a nice pop of color, but it's translucent. It's a transparent color still. So it's not green like it looks like in the bottle. It comes out this translucent tone. That's nice. Okay. Perfect. That came out good. These are great. I'm really liking the color combination of that green gold with the pink and that quinacridone gold. That's really looking good. I'm happy about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here since we're about a half an hour in, and we've gotten these 24 cards done, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to finish another glazing using what's down here, and then we're going to go into doing some of my scripting and Rorschach that I like to do, the ink blotting on the cards. Alrighty, there we are. So I look forward to seeing you guys back on part 2, and continue to enjoy your Saturday. All right, take care. Bye-bye.